All right, everybody, welcome back to Overdunk, your favorite competitive Pokemon Unite podcast. My name is Zoinks, and joined as always by Bridget, and this time we got a very special guest. I'm like 100% confident returning, but I don't know how many times at this point. We got Soph, caster for LAIC, is going to be joining the show. Soph, my friend, how are you?
Hey, doing good. So excited for LAIC, excited for the news that we got today and to be here with you guys once again.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be fun. By the way, still waiting on another episode of y'all's Pokemon Unite podcast. By the way,
It's true.
all
It's
right,
true.
soon. But we got a lot to talk about in today's episode. We're going to start with a segment we love to call the Ditto Merch Drop, and in recent months that has just become a brand new video game, Pokemon Pokopia, aka Bridget plays the main character in a video game, has had another gigantic trailer. Bridget, please tell me how we feeling about Pokemon's newest upcoming title, Pokopia.
Absolutely delighted and thrilled. We got a 10-minute long trailer that gave us a bit more details on what exactly you're able to do in the game. There's going to be side quests, making furniture, there's a whole crafting system, there's a lot of different like biomes and things you need to do to like get Pokemon encounters and like rebuild the ecosystem of this like deserted island basically. There's
Mhm.
also so much lore and they introduced like spin-off Pokemon characters, which I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't even know we were like allowed to do this.
Well, I don't know if we like Unite is, but apparently
uh,
Pokemon franchises are. Yeah, do we? I can click this discover and we can see if it's Professor
yeah, these are what we
Tangrowth.
got. I
Uh,
love Professor Tangrowth. It's so sad in the beginning. You just see him like on the island, like all alone. And
yeah,
then Ditto spawns in and is like, hey. And he's like, yeah, there used to be a lot of like Pokemon and people who live here, but they are like gone. And
yeah.
you're like, is this like an
What
alternate
happened?
timeline after like
Hmm?
like did AZ like succeed in this timeline? Like a lot of people
Crazy.
are thinking this is like it looks like abandoned Kanto because there's a lot of like Kanto music in the trailer. It's kind
Oh,
of like lore heavy, which is crazy. I'm obsessed with Moslax.
he's
I
my
want him in
favorite.
Unite. I am so
He's a
in
good
love with him.
bean.
He's so cute. Yeah, they just like they showed Professor Tangrowth in the beginning, which was adorable. I love the thought of like elderly Tangrowth.
Pikachu
And then at the very end, they introduce these like three other characters with like zero explanation. They're like, oh, by the way, here's this, and then
Yeah.
it just like cuts to the pre-order, and it's like, whoa,
Hold on.
what the heck? Um, but yeah, I'm like actually excited for the story, which is honestly not really something I thought would be I don't know, even like a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I
So
have to
true.
agree. So, are you excited about this one too? I can't wait to be
I'm
Dragonite Ditto.
so excited. Oh my god. I'm so excited about this game. I don't usually like these types of games. I'm just like a
Really?
little bit too yeah. I just get a little I don't know, I don't know if it's bored or just like
that's fair.
this is but yeah, just
Yeah,
the idea of like
For sure.
having these Pokemon and the new ones that they added, just like oh Pikachu, I need a Pikachu in my life. Um,
I was losing my mind. Like, what?
I
Everyone is
saw it, I was
like,
like, the floppy ears. What are you talking
its
about?
its eyes are so
It's
like
droopy.
ooh,
it's
and it
It
has like a
was.
small, and it has like a small tail. Its tail is like a
It
lot
does.
smaller.
This tiny tail, but it does look like
interesting.
a heart. At least that's what we saw. It's a good bean. It's a good girl.
It is a
Yeah,
good
She's a good
guy.
bean.
yeah.
Look,
Wow,
look,
tiny
tiny,
little
tiny
tail.
heart.
Isn't the tail so tiny? I'm like, what happened to
She
her?
is. She is
Unusually,
so precious. We must protect her at all costs.
I
And I feel like that's
know.
that's what I want to do. And like I wasn't gonna buy the Switch 2 for a good while because I
uh-huh.
need to save money. Uh but man, this is really getting me like, okay, so I gotta start saving money for March, I guess.
Godspeed. Hey, the
Oh,
game will always be there. Except don't
True,
talk about the
true.
digital card thing. People are gonna get in a tizzy.
okay, interesting.
It is so drama, but
Yeah.
I'm like whatever. But I like that they So they updated like the home screen with like the new, like you can see Pikachu and Pressure Tan growth and like all the new little characters in there. Smear Guru, which is just a Smeargle with like paint, and everyone is
Yeah.
like, "Isn't this like normal Smeargle?"
Right.
Isn't that
That's
like
just
what it always
what a
was?
Smeargle would do, essentially.
Yeah.
But this one is a Guru, so he's different.
I love the
Yeah.
explanation that it says, "Oh, because it uses its tail to paint." And I was
Yeah,
like,
it's like.
"You don't say."
Meanwhile, we have like Ghost Pikachu and like moss covered Snorlax, and then like and like the Smeargle painting. Like, okay.
I will say,
Nice.
if Smear Guru just ends up being a Smeargle evolution, I think that's a really funny Evo. When it's like, it's Smeargle, but he's dirty. And that's
He got
like
paint on
that's
him.
the evolution. I think that's pretty funny. So credit to
Yeah.
Pokopia on that way. If it is, we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be so fun. I mean, I would kill for Mosslax in Unite. I think that would be crazy. I see Green
Oh,
talking in our
yeah.
chat saying that like Professor Tangrowth in Unite would be very fun. I
So
think
cute.
like listen, if Unite has any interest in bridging the cozy game audience with their MOBA audience, which probably is not first on their list. However, Bridget is the person they should reach out to. But
True.
if this is the
That's all the
Everything.
content I put out.
if they're
Is
serious
Unite.
about this, like they should
Pokopia.
make like a reskin of the map in like the block look for Pokopia.
Oh,
Shut
yeah.
up.
Can you imagine?
That is actually
I would cry.
Oh, just like kind of like how the winter map did it, right? Where it's essentially just a reskin,
Yeah.
and then they just everything's like a little blocky texture or something. Even
my
if it's just for like the
God.
week, or even if it's one of the quick mode maps, and they do it, and it's just like for the month of the release of Pokopia, I think that would be such a slam dunk of a collab. Will it happen?
I would
Agreed.
cry.
Probably
Yes.
not. Yeah, save your tears, Bridget. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah. I'm not holding my breath, but
Yeah.
conceptually, love.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
My pitches tend to be pretty either great or terrible when it comes to this show, so this is par for the course. I like this. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I am pretty excited about it. This I have always been a huge like Stardew. I was an old school Harvest Moon head. But I did play a decent amount of Dragon Quest Builders, which is like what this game really feels and looks like to me. So I'm excited to try it. I don't know how much time I'll spend in it, but I think I will certainly get it. Which
Yes.
I mean, the transformation into Lapras and Dragonite and being able to fly to other islands is actually game-changing for me. I was like, oh, it won't be the classic, like, there's a rock in your way and that's a whole new area and the only way to get it is if you find Hitmonchan and punch it or whatever. Now, there's, like, islands out yonder that I can go to, and that's...
Yeah, I
Wander.
was wanting to see
Super
like a
exciting.
map or like more about like the day night cycle and like the weather system, but I feel like there's a lot they're holding. Like I feel like we haven't even seen a lot of it. I don't know. I know a lot of people like weren't expecting a lot from this game, but I was kind of gonna be happy regardless. So it's just kind of fun to like theory craft everything they could do, and it seems like there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's more gigabytes than Legends ZA. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna keep saying it.
That's sick. That is sick. All right. Well, that was Pokopia. Again, we were all very excited for it, but unfortunately not the theme of our podcast. We are talking Pokemon Unite. Like we said, we have a lot to talk about in this episode. We got a balance patch. We got Aeos coins are going away, and there's a new way to earn licenses. And then, of course, LAIC is literally next week. Holy camole. We got to talk about the start of the competitive season. It's crazy. ACL starts that weekend as well. It's like, it's actually so nuts. I can't wait. But so we're gonna change for Pokopia. Let's talk about the new patch, even just briefly. Everyone celebrate. Mega Charizard and Mega Lucario have in fact received some nerfs. We did it.
Yay!
However, at the start of this match, I feel like before we can all be excited, we need to talk about this. So let me just ramble through it real quick and then we'll discuss it. Draft mode start condition change. Before, when all 10 match players have a master rate of 1200 or higher, now everybody in your lobby has to have a master rating of 1400 or higher. This is kind of how the mode launched, I'm pretty sure, right? Or at least it was changed to 1400 very quickly after launch. I don't remember the
Mhm.
exact timing of it, but it was this way for a while. And by overwhelming popular vote, it switched back to 1200. For some reason, we are back to 1400. I'll read what they said here. As the ranked match season has progressed, the number of players reaching master rank has increased. Draft mode is designed as an advanced mode for players to enjoy more strategic battles. This adjustment was made in consideration of the current player distribution to ensure that draft mode matchmaking aligns with its original intent. We will continue to monitor the battle environment and make adjustments as necessary. That paragraph's actually kind of interesting. I will admit I've read that pretty recently, as in just now. And that is actually an interesting anecdote that they're saying here. But before I start rambling a little bit about this, I want to get your two thoughts. So, let me know, how are you feeling about draft mode starting now at 1400 instead of 1200?
So I feel like what they mentioned there with the master rank and more people reaching master rank kind of makes sense in theory. So if people are getting to master rank quicker, quote
Mhm.
unquote, and more people are there, then you kind of have to readjust. But at the same time, I feel like I saw somebody, I don't remember who it was on Twitter saying maybe it's just better to have like a drop out of master rank mechanic on
Mm,
ranked so that you actually filter better the quality of people that are above master rank. At the same time, if you it's if in a very 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 hypothetical, because it's such a huge problem, if you fix the rest of the ranking matching
yeah.
system, you
Ah.
actually make it so easy. You could actually like fix this problem better. So to be
Mm,
honest, I feel like they're just kind of like using a band-aid on top of a problem that should have been actually focused on the rest of the matchmaking
hmm, mm,
instead of just this part, because the people that are like above 1200 or above 1400, especially the 1400, they have been playing the game a lot, and they've had a lot of time to play the draft mode.
mhm.
If you just restrict even more, these people are getting to master rank, they're going to feel like they're so far away from actually getting to more competitive strategicness that how is that actually fixing anything?
Right.
Like, is that helpful? I don't really feel like it is.
Yeah, that's a great point. How about you, Bridget? What are you feeling?
I just okay, obviously bad. Don't like this. As
Mhm.
someone who just, especially lately, like I'm playing Legends ZA. I'm on my Hello Kitty grind, if I'm being honest.
Right?
Like I'm not racking up a lot of hours in Unite. I'm still an Ultra. I'm not one of those guys clogging up Master Rank right now. I guess everyone else is. It's not me though.
Yeah.
But the problem is, even once you get to 1400, the odds of you getting matched with 9 other people who are in 1400
Mhm.
is abysmally small. Like, I just feel like when you hit master, and I'm kind of like making this up. I feel like once you hit master rank, even in like 1200s, like even like your first masters game, like you could get draft. Like I don't feel like it was unprecedented to like get a draft game as
Exactly.
soon as I
Yeah.
hit masters.
Mhm.
Like, and that was nice. It was like a reward for like
Hmm.
doing the thing they told me to do to get masters. Shocking. But I feel like now, like just I know this is a big anecdote because Chris Heroes is the guinea pig of our community. He
Yes.
easily puts in more hours than I think anyone in the entire world and showcases it.
Right.
And he streamed today. He played over 30 games, I think like 32 games, and got one draft game. And this man is like in the 1500s. Like he is not like
Oh.
barely in the 1400s. Like he is well above this marker. And so that for me is kind of like the problem,
Mhm.
because you're not getting, they're telling you, oh, it's at 1400, but the odds of you getting it are like extremely smaller, which obviously I get why there's like less players, but that kind of like defeats the purpose of this argument being like, oh, well, there's more people that are higher. It's like, well, there's not. Or
Yeah.
if there are, you're
Hmm.
not matchmaking them with the people who want to enjoy the strategic mode. It doesn't, it makes my brain hurt. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think the real issue is draft is buggy. It takes a long time, which people complain
Mhm.
about. And even if you go through all of it, you could still have someone like DC. And you go through all of that just to have to FF in like the first minute or
Mhm.
whatever, which I think that is truly like the only negative I see other than like I'm a one trick and I can't play my Pokemon. But it's
Yeah.
like we have had draft for like years at this point. I think we have like as a community like gotten past the like I only play one guy. Like you've had to expand your
Mhm.
repertoire at this point. Anyway, I could rant about this, but I just don't like that like when it's at this 1400 mark, you're not rewarded with
Yeah.
it, which I feel like you are when you hit 1200.
Yeah.
So I kind of wish I actually wouldn't have a problem with this if once you hit 1400, you like were getting draft like 75% of the time or something, you
Mhm.
know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I completely agree. I don't know. I think their sentiment that's being said in these patch notes about how it was designed as a mode for more advanced players to enjoy more strategic battles, like it's almost like they're telling on themselves a little bit in these notes. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's
Yes.
because you've created a ranked system that doesn't actually separate players by skill value. You have and it's
The point, the
I
whole
mean
point.
that's likely because it's a player base issue, right? Like there's just not enough players to actually have players in different sections of level of play, or else you would just never get games. Is my hunch, but I can't say that for sure. Who knows? But yeah, like it's clearly like. It's so strange. It's like, well, draft we want for more advanced players. It's probably they're getting feedback from the whatever it is, the questionnaires and things like that. And I'm sure a lot of high ranked players are saying they love draft, and maybe some low ranked players are saying they don't like draft. And that's where you come to this conclusion. But at the end of the day, it's
Mhm.
like if you're trying to create a separation between 1200 and 1400 players with no real like ranking to do that other than just an elo system, there's no way you're going to separate those players from playing together in how they queue. Like it's just like they are going to get paired together in matches. They're in the same pool of players. There's no way to stop that. So I don't know. It is such a strange change. And then
I
not
know.
to address, I don't know if it's a fully an elephant in the room, but certainly some kind of small mammal. I'm sure they don't love that all the new exciting releases they keep putting into the game are hitting that ban phase quite a bit. Like I this not exactly pay to win like allegations, but rather why would I buy the new thing if it's just going to be banned all the
Mm-hmm.
time is a tough thing for them to deal with too, I think, which that sucks in its own variety, in its own way. Like that should not be the state of Pokemon that we're getting released. And I will not relent on my opinion that I do think that new releases should be strong and exciting, but to the level we've had them, that's a bit much. But okay, speaking of which, we were talking about the patch as well, and Mega Lucario and Mega Charizard were, yeah, denoted as some of the strongest things we've had in the game for a long time. A lot of people were bringing up the comparison of the EX Pokemon title with these new Mega Pokemon, and I think had some credence. So let's jump to those changes. We might talk about a couple more of these patch changes, but Mega Charizard X getting kind of nerfs across the board. I will say this is exciting. This is the first patch since Mega Charizard X release, and it receives immediate nerfs, which is cool. Mega Lucario didn't. It got pseudo buffed after it, so where you didn't automatically cancel its close combat all the time. So I am pretty excited about this. Bridget, I know you said you had the chance to play against the Mega Char. You said you weren't feeling these nerfs too heavy though, huh?
No, I mean, it still feels like head and shoulders above everything else. You are still like, you're still a Charmander in the beginning. I get
Yeah.
it. That's not like, super great, I guess. But I just am like, if you're jungling or if you're in lane with an EXP share guy, which is like usually me, like I'm the one buffing my lane Charmander to turn blue and do all of that nonsense.
Yeah.
It just seems pretty oppressive still. I mean, like obviously these are big nerfs to its like abilities, which I think were a big part of the problems, like how much it could like heal
Mm-hmm.
itself, and that it got its unite move like way too fast, so it addresses
Yeah.
both of those things, thank goodness. But I just it's just so annoying because it's like it's your guys' job to not make these things like broken. And then you like they would still sell a lot if they were just good, not broken.
Hmm.
And then y- you put like a band-aid on your own problem. It's just so annoying. I'm
Yeah.
very frustrated
Yeah.
with I know everyone is, but I
Mm-hmm.
am glad it's seeing a nerf in its first patch post release. I think it was obviously very overdue. But yeah, it just kind of stinks because it makes me so not excited for like the next two megas that I know are coming.
Right.
Like I
Yeah.
am like dreading it, which stinks because I'm so excited about our releases this month. So I am glad Charizard got smack on the wrist,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he's still pretty good
Yeah.
and probably going to get banned a lot.
Yeah, yeah, still pretty strong. Same with Mega Lucario. I think kind of the same vein, but just to a lesser extent. It just feels like a little less broken than Mega Charizard. But how about you, Soph? I don't know if you've had a chance to look at these numbers, but basically a lot of the abilities are getting the pretty heavy nerfs, not exactly the moves. And then the Unite move on Charizard getting a slap on the wrist as well. How you feeling about these nerfs to our two newest Megas?
Yeah, I feel like, of course, they were necessary. It just feels like they're never quite enough.
Mm-hmm.
If it still feels like it's like Bridget said, it's just way better than the other things. It might not be completely broken, but it's
Mm-hmm.
still way better that it warrants having it banned every single time if
Yeah.
you're playing draft. So like, mm, yeah, it does sting a little bit, and it's unfortunate because then you've got a new team like especially if you're playing just regular out of draft, right, just regular ranked, and you got on your team a regular Lucario, and then you got the enemy team with a mega Lucario, and just like, okay, cool. I'll just not be as good. Cool. All right. I'll just,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's just how it goes. And yeah. Unfortunately, like what I was before the mega releases, either of these two, I was like trying to think about how they could actually balance it better. And what Bridget mentioned, like, yeah, it's still a Charmander, still got to evolve it and all of that. It has to be more like incisive. It has to be more, like more assertive. You can't have, for example, Lucario that once on release doesn't have to evolve or anything. It's already just very good as it
Right.
is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just give it an extra bit of versatility. It just becomes too good. So you got to nerf the numbers. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that hard. Like the numbers, how much you're going to be nerfing the numbers, yes, it's more tricky. But it's like the logic is it's inherently better than its counterpart. Make it weaker in some points. Because one of the things that I would say prior to the releases was like, if Lucario is good in lane, make Mega Lucario good mid to late.
Right.
Make its actual high point and power scaling, like a power spike mid to late game, so that it actually makes a difference into not just why you would pick one over the other, you would also still give people the clear view of, yes, there's still a reason to pick regular Lucario, and there's still a reason to pick Mega Lucario. They are just better in different stages of the game,
Hmm.
right? So I feel like, yeah, they didn't quite nail that
Yeah.
as I was hoping. But yeah, I feel like they're still adjusting on these things. And the fact
Right.
that right now with the Mega Charizard, we already have it straight first patch after the release, we're feeling like it's getting a little bit quicker, which
Mm-hmm.
is something more promising.
Yeah. I think I'm a little more optimistic than the two of you towards these mega nerfs. Which tends to be the case. However, I have noticed the Unite move recharge rate because it literally was like every fight, like no
It
matter
was
what
too
you were,
much.
it was
Yeah.
every single fight. At this point in time, I'm like, if it's just the previous fight I saw Mega Charizard Mega Evolve, I'm likely I can force a fight early on to Charizard and it won't have it by that point in time. You could kind of do that math, and I think that's working out okay. Um, just Mega Charizard X's mega ability is just truly bonkers. Like the amount of damage you are doing, the crits themselves are insane. So I think that is like going. All that to say, I think Mega Charizard X still remains as a, if not must ban, a extremely high priority pick in draft. Going into LAIC, and likely just a must ban Pokemon. So to your point, I totally agree. I think the balance between Mega Lucario and Lucario is interesting. I think the numbers on the abilities being toned down a little bit are going to bring it more into like kind of the state you were hoping for, just because Lucario having Steadfast as an ability is just such a strong early game component for it that Mega Lucario doesn't have access to, and instead you're kind of trading that tankiness for maybe more of that like glass cannon damage focused role, which is the separation. And I think before the numbers were just too good that it didn't really care about the downside, and so
Yeah.
hopefully now with some of these numbers being tuned, might be enough, might be not, I don't know. Mega Lucario, on the other hand, I think with these balance changes is likely more into the realm of balanced. So we'll see what happens. There were a couple other ones. Dodrio got hit with a nerf, which is truly hilarious. I'm so sorry, Spraggles. That's a bit of a bummer. However, it is
That's
like
crazy.
it is always just one of the best like competitive Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like it just has a lot of success. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Another
You
Pokemon that's
cannot
been
tell me Dodrio deserved it more than Suicune
yeah,
or
no,
Darkrai.
for sure, for
You
Yeah.
just
sure.
can't.
No.
Hannah
There's
keeps
no-
on
there
hating
was
Suicune.
no
I don't know what's
reason.
going on. Anyway, Zacian received an. This one's kind of interesting. I think Zacian has been kind of over the off season has been doing phenomenal. Like for like every single grassroots tournament, Zacian's been one of the best top path Pokemon. Just having kind of a slight nerf to Metal Claw and its basic attacks, I think is going to be pretty relevant, and I think Zacian will kind of lower down the totem pole a bit to the Blazikins, the Buzzwoles, the either Lucarios of the world right now. I think it'll be a little bit tougher to play Zacian, unless you like need to punish something else early, which is what Zacian does amazing. Another one of those just very good at the entrance into the game. We already talked about Mega Charizard. Leafeon got a buff.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I know it's EV Festival, but like, I mean, I guess I'm glad it's not Umbreon and Glaceon buffs. Like,
well,
why? I can't believe I'm celebrating like that. Like, the bar is so low.
we'll
but,
wait
like,
for a patch. I think
I've-
Glaceon's battle pass is coming up pretty soon, right?
Stop
So we'll
Stop
see.
I can't process that right now. I've seen Leafeon freaking smurf and turn in grassroots tourneys late. Like, it is. I mean, it's maybe not necessarily this moveset, but like,
Right. That's the
girl,
only thing. Yeah.
like, come on, she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah. This definitely feels like a choice to try to buff the other moveset to get people to play both movesets, because the Aerial Ace Razor Leaf combo seems to be by far the best. So maybe this gives you some variety, but probably not. However, Sylveon and Espeon got some changes. Bridget, talk to me about the Espeon, because I know you were trying that one out a little bit. How you feeling about Espeon buffs?
Honestly, like, neutral. I
Okay.
feel I'm kind of more of a Psyshock enjoyer for the most part, which it didn't
Psyshock.
didn't get any buffs, but
Mm.
obviously she got some base stat buffs to the HP defense. This is like the attacker special, like buffing HP
Yep.
defense and special defense. So I would imagine it's just like more in line with what they've done to the other attackers, which is fine. It's like mostly relevant in the late game, I guess. So I don't know. I feel like Espeon was already in like a decent spot.
Yeah.
I've been trying to like cast more like grassroots stuff, so that's like mostly what I'm speaking to. But I feel like I've seen Espeon do like pretty well in like competitive, like 5 stacks. Attackers are in kind of an interesting spot right now, so I don't know. I thought she was fine, but EV time, I guess.
Fair enough. All right, speaking of
It's
the other
always
one,
EV time.
Soph, are you a Sylveon player at all?
Oh yeah. Always
Okay,
been
so
good.
Sylveon getting a few changes too. Draining Kiss, Calm Mind, Unite move, you get to steal a bit more HP. Are you excited to try out these changes? How you feeling about Sylveon buffs?
Yeah, I definitely want to try it out. Interesting here on a calm mind. I still think the 9 seconds is quite a lot.
It's a long cooldown. That is a
Isn't it?
very
Yeah.
long cooldown.
I feel like maybe they should only like yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something that needs to be changed a little bit. Maybe a full second, like 8.5, maybe would have made more of a difference, like 8, I don't know. Because it feels like Calm Mind really just really makes a difference when you get the plus move.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have it like early game, you got Calm Mind, and like, okay, cool.
Right.
I got
Yeah.
this. It's doing a little bit, but it's not doing as much as like the denying that you get on the late game with the plus. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Still nice. I don't usually play Draining Kiss. I usually do like Calm Mind because of the late game.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
yeah, it's fun with the Fairy Frolic as well with the 60% more HP stealing. So I feel like there's a lot that they have been doing in regards to like, especially because of the new items they have introduced and all the self-healing and stuff
Oh,
like
that's a
that.
good
They've
point.
changed they've changed the Draining Kiss on Clefable, now here on Sylveon as well. So a couple of these things that they're trying to balance out, maybe just trying to get people to test more builds, which I love to do. I
Yeah.
always loved healing builds. So like self-healing builds. I don't want to heal my allies. Who the heck are
Yeah.
they? I want to heal myself. So
That's a
yeah,
that's a that's a
this is
Trevenant pain split Trevenant main if I ever heard one.
no man, that used to be a pain. This was so
Sweet.
strong.
Yeah, so the EV's getting some changes. The EV festival happening, I think, like what, tomorrow does this start? A whole week long event. Who knows?
I think it already started.
Oh, happy EV
Well, there
festival,
you go.
everybody!
I
Um,
know.
Final Pokemon I want to talk about just a little bit. Mimikyu getting a bunch of buffs, which is very interesting. I guess I saw Otter tweet about this one. It's like a 55% win rate on ladder, and it's getting buffs right now, which is crazy. But anyway, I think this Pokemon's gonna be really strong. Shadow Sneak gets a little bit of a buff to its Execute, so its additional damage goes up to 6% of its missing HP, and then Shadow Claw Plus gonna be doing the same thing. So two moves that are already fantastic at knocking things out have now increased its like last hit ability. Mimikyu just gonna be more of an assassin, which is, I don't know, really fun. I love this Pokemon. Personally, I'm such a huge Mimikyu fan of the Pokemon and just its playstyle. I think I
Mhm.
messaged Bridget and Dupesnex once upon a time, and I was like, Mimikyu is the closest thing that I have ever come to having a main in Unite. It was like,
Literally.
I
Well, there you
really
go.
enjoy this Pokemon, like, and how it plays. It's like Mimikyu, Garchomp, and Snorlax are like my big three that I have, like, these playstyles speak to me.
Hmm.
And
All different
looks
roles as
great.
well.
Yep, that's
Classic.
that's who I am. Um,
There you go.
Now, do I think this Pokemon needed buffs? Absolutely not. I do not think
No.
that this thing needed the balance changes, but listen, if I get to see some more Mimikyu plays at LAIC, I'm happy. Which I
Yeah.
think it might happen. So,
I'll be super happy if that happens as well. Like I'm having a look at the not just the execute, but the numbers on HP and defense. That's gonna
yeah.
be very significant. Like especially the flat, like we usually call like the flat like initial like level one
Yeah.
defense from 80 to 100. That's pretty good. That's really good. Like 20 from for defense and special defense. That's really good.
Yeah.
And the overall 60 late game, especially if you're going shadow sneak, like you're going face to face to somebody, you're going to be lasting just that little bit longer so that you trigger the execute on the 6% and the 12%. Like
Mm-hmm.
pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, early game that works well with its passive, right? You activate Disguise a little
Yep.
bit like safer. When someone breaks it, you can chase for that knockout. Could be huge. But all right, let's move on from the patch. Let's talk about another big change that we have incoming. Aeos coins are going away. This is crazy. There's already a lot of people making content about this. Spraggles had a really good video on this posted earlier today as of recording this. I implore you to check out a lot of people's like kind of coverage of this because this is a huge change to the game. And I think like we should be talking about this. But basically, just going to go with a quick rundown of what's going on here. Aeos coins are being removed from the game as a currency. That is the kind of free-to-play earned currency. You got like weekly rewards of it. They did cap it, but whatever. Now, we are introducing license journeys. So, to get a license now, instead of just going to the shop and buying it for Aeos coins, you can still buy it for gems, of course. You can go and you essentially are questing or working towards earning a license. And the UI photos we are given are just kind of this little ladder system where the first option is just a Pikachu, and then the second option, it looks like it's your choice of Sylveon, Lapras, or Lucario. I mean, I'm likely you could stay on the same ladder. I don't see any reason why you would be forced to move on past it, but And then from there on, you just get more and more licenses. There are a few open slots, which I don't know if that means you can choose your own, like your choice of option of Pokemon that you want to work for or not in that case. Well, we'll see. There's a few other things I'm saying for audio listeners on these screenshots. The license journey points are denoted by kind of a blue chip with a like Unite Pokeball on it. There are also an orange chip with a specific Pokemon's photo beside it. So looking like you can also earn like via whatever boxes or whatever weekly reward system points towards specific Pokemon licenses as well. Yeah. A few more details on earning license points. You can get them through the battle pass, both the free version and the paid version. There'll be random box rewards. Not exactly sure how we get those or what they are. And the very last part is that because Aeos Coins are going away, there will be a few things. You can still use them up until December 4th to get Unite licenses in the shop. After that, there will be a shop open until May 2026 in which you could exchange your coins for something. We don't know what'll be in that shop. Probably be like a background and a bunch of Aeos tickets. Is gonna be my guess. We'll see.
Oh no.
Okay, first initial reactions to this. Bridget, we'll start with you. How are we feeling towards this?
I just feel like it came at a bad time.
Yeah.
So at first glance, I'm frustrated of all the currencies to rework or do something about. You're going to take away the one that I feel like is the only one that really matters to me. Like, great. There's a lot of questions. I also just feel like this is like overcomplicating like something that was very simple before. I go to the shop, if I have enough coins, I get to buy the thing that I want for coins. Now it's like, I don't know, there's like 2 different currencies and some you can use for some but not for all. Like maybe it's like going to be more simple than I'm like giving it credit for. Like I've been saying, I'm a little like bitter boots. Like I just don't like it just feels like it was working fine. So why I want to know like why.
Yeah,
like
that's a good question.
It
Yeah.
just feels very random. Like so we can rework the coins, but we can't rework fashion tickets. Like I don't know. It also just leaves such a big question mark. I know we're gonna have like an exchange for our coins, like I'm assuming on like December 4th, I guess, when the license tickets come out or whatever these are called. So it's like like a lot of people have a lot of coins. Like is it going to be like 10k worth of coin stuff we can get and that's like it? Like how much is this stuff?
Yeah, I've seen screenshots of people with like 300k plus like coins.
Right.
Like oh my
A
word.
lot of like I have over 100k like and I would say I'm not even like the most active player anymore, but it's like they give us coins weekly for logging in. Like what's gonna happen? Are we just not gonna get anything? I'm assuming we're gonna get something weekly to replace it, but like what about sending my friends 5 coins? Like is that just going away?
Honestly,
like,
glad
what
that's
about
gone.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's cute that we can help out our friends. I like that aspect.
All right,
Sue me. Sue me for friendship and helping others, I guess.
I don't know,
Yeah.
hypothetically,
Those are
the idea
principles we
is
want.
cute. Yeah, but it just always bothered me to have that pink. I was like,
Really?
no, just get
There we
that
go.
away.
You guys
Yeah.
are mad at your friends for
Yeah.
helping you out?
No, I'm not
I don't-
mad. I'm mad at the pink.
I am. I'm mad at them. Okay, no, sorry, Bridget. I didn't mean to cut you off, though. Please continue.
I just feel like they're telling us like, okay, you can't like coins are completely going away. This is what you can do for licenses. It's like, okay, but what about cosmetics? Like, what about my trainer fits? What about like for like the I'm blanking on them. How you like get your items to level 30? Like
Enhancers.
what about what about
the
the enhancers? Like what about like I don't know, like all these other things that coins do. Like
Yeah,
Are
new
those
held items that come out into the game, right? Like that's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
one. Are those I doubt they'll have a licensed journey for new held items,
Oh
right?
my
Like that
god.
would
Like
be weird. And then the other big one I see people bring up all the time are emblems. Like that's how
yes.
you combine and upgrade your emblems. Like is that
True, yeah.
system going away now? Like how is it just going to use tickets? Is it something different? Like who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It just and like truly like these could all have like amazing answers. Like they could just be like, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you
Right.
the items for free now. Like like tickets are gonna be like for like you can still buy cosmetics with all these other things. Like you're actually gonna get so much stuff for your coins. Like it's gonna be great and amazing, but like I said, I just feel like this is coming at a bad time for me where I'm
Mhm.
already like, what are we doing? My only caveat is like, are we do I and I bring up like I wish we knew what they were doing this for, because like are we doing this so we can like integrate with China like
Mm.
system more easily? Like is this like a workaround? I like we're not getting rid of the gotcha machines, so I like that this doesn't feel like a workaround for that. But I'm like, is it something along those lines
Hmm.
where this could be a solve for that? Like if that's the case, then I'm like, that's like good. Like I want more people to have access to the game. I want us to have a more like unified game if possible, but they aren't telling me why we're doing this other
Yeah.
than like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, this
This
We're
is
is
what's
doing it.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
we're doing it and we're doing it in a month. Like, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's
Like,
soon.
It's so
okay.
close. Like discontinued on the 4th. It's the 13th. It's half a month. It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
not
even
even
a
a
month. That's
month.
a great point.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about you?
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts towards this system?
So yeah, like the initial thought was also like I think that's what I posted on Twitter. I just said, but why?
Yeah.
But
Right, literally.
yeah, this is why. But now that I think about it, especially because I hadn't seen the UI, I feel like what they're trying to do is, which again, I agree with Bridget, as long as they had explained it, I would have felt much better
Mm.
about how this is
Imagine.
going and why this is going. But my impression is that they're trying to, first off, get this as an initiative to engage and motivate new players more
Hmm.
to join the game and to stick to the game. Secondly, I think that they also want this to feel more like a mobile game. So it's very common for mobile games to have these like journeys going from one, in this case, Pokemon or character or champion or
Mhm.
legend or whatever, and you're going from one to the other as a feeling of, for example, on 3, you got 3 roles, the 3 main, Kanto starters. You got like one of each that you can try to like have a taste, have a little bit of a trial, and try to understand what you want in this game, and then you broaden it out on the 4. So it kind of feels like that's the goal
Mhm.
to me, at least with the UI. It really feels like that. I think I played was a little bit of Honor Kings,
Yeah.
which is interesting because it's very popular in China as well. So like it might be something to be a little more in line with that. Like Bridget said, is it something to also make it more similar to China version, and just one of those things that maybe is just, if it works in another game that's doing well, not exactly Honor Kings, because I don't think it's doing that well, but uh,
Yeah, Western stuff.
if it's
From
working on
China,
other
probably.
In
templates,
China, it's actually crushing. They had the biggest attended
it is
e-sport event of
crushing.
all time.
Okay, so yeah,
But
maybe that's it,
globally, it's
right?
put China
Globally, yeah,
great.
yeah, globally. Exactly. So it's, I don't know, I feel like it's a mix of not just the China version, but also the China market, and
Mhm.
also the like the mobile game market in itself. Because if you think about it, for example, I think it was on uh, Brazilian Esports Awards. They have now a category for mobile games awards. And
Mhm.
Unite's there. Like Unite is not like super considered as like, oh, it's a console game. No, it's a mobile game.
Totally.
That's usually what, yeah, and how it's played. So I feel like maybe that's the integration they're trying to do, which I feel like it's abrupt, should have been better explained, should have given us more time to process, and especially should have just given us a little bit of a hint of your 100,000 coins. They're gonna be okay. It's not just like, we're gonna convert it to something.
Yeah,
Cool.
I would love a
Yeah.
photo. I would love a photo of the shop. You know, like in this announcement,
Right.
if you had a photo of the shop and the amount of coins that like we could get, that would have been, and it was good. Like I think that people would have been pretty excited. Actually, they would have been like,
Exactly.
"Oh, okay,"
True.
like that would have been kind of cool.
It's better
Or maybe they do
marketing.
like a Unite license, like they do like a fire sale or something. You know, they're like, "Hey, all Unite licenses half the amount of coins or something." Like for the next whatever.
Yeah.
That could be cool. Okay, a few things. First off, Kratos made a great point in our chat saying the current coin system
Yes.
sucks, especially when you're new, because it caps like the amount of coins you can get every single week. It takes a long time, especially with the new licenses getting more and more expensive in terms of coins. It can take you a really long time to earn the amount of coins you need to actually buy licenses. So that has kind of become, I mean, the one of the bigger talking points about this change is that this system on paper seems pretty solid for new players, does not seem great for existing players. Like that's the exchange that we're looking at. The only other thing, and I think it was I think I saw Draku bring this one up, maybe it was in a Discord somewhere or something like that, but the toughest part about this changeover system, so if you brought this up too, this is not like a new thing. This is actually like a very common free to play model. Is these like mobile games do it, but Valorant does this too for like their characters. Like if you want to unlock a new character, you pick one and then you do the quests and you eventually get them. That's how they work, but you work at one at a time. In the way our system works now, once you get up to, let's say like you get to 10,000 coins, you're like, oh, I'll go to the shop and I'll choose now. You know what I mean? Like now your choice, once you've earned the currency, is still open. In this case, you work towards a specific license. Your choices are not open once you finish playing X amount of games to unlock that character. All those games were dedicated to getting that character, which is a little less free to play friendly, maybe, unless it truly is uncapped, like this coin system is. And then those people who really want to play Glaceon, they see it that 6th tier, they're like, all right, well, I gotta play 80 games in 2 days. Easy, that's light work. And they start playing the game and done. It could happen. So so if you said why, Bridget, you brought up a flurry of questions about this system. I think we're all just really still have so many questions about this system, and an alarming amount of them for a system that's going to be implemented in a couple weeks. I really wish we knew more. I don't know. I think this could be kind of cool for new players in general. I hope it is. And new players and then competitive players Smurfs. I'm sure they're kind of excited about it. I know that's always a
Yeah.
thing. It's like they're like, I don't want to go on my Smurf and have to buy all the characters. But now
It is
you could,
really
that's awesome.
annoying to get all of the characters we currently have in the game on a new account, but I'm
Yeah.
just like I feel like the only reason people have Smurfs at this point is to draft dodge.
Right,
Like,
which those
not
allegations.
the army, but
and
the draft and our
that's
game.
another
So,
thing about this system. It'll be harder. I doubt you could ever opt out of going towards a license, right? I think you will, like, kind of, no
yeah.
matter how much you play, you will be working towards more licenses to the point where you will eventually hit the minimum amount of licenses needed
You
for
have
draft,
to.
whether you want to or
Like,
not.
those.
Like,
I do.
so,
Okay, now we're talking.
yeah, now we're back on board.
Okay, now I like it.
Which is an interesting system, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's the Unite license journeys. Any more thoughts on license journeys before we jump off the patch, the license journey change, and we'll start talking about the LAIC tournament?
I don't think so.
LAIC.
LAIC?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
just hope it's better than I expect it to be, because right
That's all
now
we can
I
hope for.
am pessimism on
Yeah.
license journeys. But maybe they'll surprise me.
Some people say pessimistic, some people say pragmatic. You know, we're really always prepared.
Realistic.
Yeah, grounded.
Yeah. Head
Ready for
not in the clouds. Yeah,
Ready for impact.
whatever it is. But all right, folks, let's talk about LAIC. So the biggest tournament of the year so far, technically. Of course, being the season kickoff event. I'm so excited. I always get so jealous of the other like Pokemon titles that they have like regionals, like regional level
I
events,
know.
like pretty soon after. And don't get me wrong, I don't really want Unite at a regional level. I think it'd be fun, but I think players probably do not want to be forced to travel that often. That's a whole side thing. I happy
Yeah.
for the off season, but I'm also very happy the off season is about to be over. I cannot wait for this tournament. And so if you and I got the chance to be at LAIC last year
Oh.
as well, and this tournament's so freaking fun. I
It is
cannot
so
wait.
good.
It is gonna be such a blast. I cannot wait. But let's just get the fun questions out of the way here. What are we most excited for? So, what are you most excited for about LAIC this year?
I think I just want to see Faru. I just want to see Faru
Yeah.
play again. I just want to see my champions, dude. I want to see my
Heck
champions.
yes.
Yeah.
There are a couple of things that I'm also interested in. For example, we were super duper, me, myself, very much me, rooting for Aegis Flames at Worlds,
Uh-huh.
but Aegis Flames will most likely be playing at LAIC, but their roster has completely changed.
Right.
They don't have a single remaining player in their roster.
Okay.
Perfect.
No remaining player. They have the only player like that I know more of is Wolf. Wolf
Yeah.
used to be Legacy
yeah.
back in the day.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like that's something. We actually have all of these like already announced rosters. We have Choosy coming back, although there was like that big not paying people last year. Well, this season. They
Drama.
will have Mets Antares coming from Aegis Flames.
Nice.
Then we also have the interesting roster. Where did I put him? Yes, Mazo is on that team as well. We have Team Force. Also
Mazo's
very
on
exciting.
on Tuesday, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Ooh, that
yeah,
looks like a fun roster.
Mazo back to Tuesday, but then you have Mats and Antares coming from Aegis Flames that
Mhm.
were
Nice.
5th to 8th, right? At Worlds,
Yeah.
which
And
is
Mats was the
crazy
Zeraora
cool.
guy, right?
He was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did he win breakout player?
He was breakout player.
I was gonna say,
That's
I was
what I
like, Soak
thought.
did that video, so who won that?
He's like,
Who
wait,
won that? Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
I did. Yes. Super fun. Yeah. So Matt's got that. The
Nice.
absolutely insane Zeraora plays.
Mhm.
I'm so excited about this team. Antares is also a very solid player. I want to see
Yeah.
Mazo doing better this year because he was having a lot of trouble. 2025
Mm.
wasn't super consistent, which is, well, I was gonna say he's usually very consistent, but I think he has very high highs and very low lows.
Right.
So I feel like I want to see him a little more connected to his squad. If you have the Aegis Flames roster as well to put on screen,
Yep.
yeah, so it's only Wolf that I know. The
Yeah.
other players are kind of new to me. Maybe Ricardo, but it
Um,
might just be like me remembering some like
Juan Harcas, I
uh
believe, was had a pretty amazing tournament at LAIC last year, if I remember
Mm.
correctly.
okay.
Was kind of a sick Mewtwo Y gamer, if I remember. This is like
Oh,
I'm trying to remember it all the
yeah.
way back to then, but
Yeah, good luck.
I'm pretty
Yeah, it was
sure
the
had a
Mewtwo
great
Y
tournament.
and Safeguard
Yeah.
meta, wasn't it?
What a time.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
Urshifu, randomly. I was looking at some stats of that event, and it was like Urshifu was just everywhere in that
It
tournament.
was, you're right.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was looking at
was,
it.
yeah.
This super cool article that was posted
Oh, it was
on
I love
Pokemon.com, by the way.
this.
This is a really
Yes.
sick article. I have worked on lots of articles for Pokemon.com before. I was not a part of this one. I know it sounds like I'm posting up to be it's my article, but it's not. It was just kind of the
Yeah.
story of Peru all of last season with some really cool stats. So these graphics were
Mhm.
awesome. Basically, it just shows this was LAIC. They got 5th place at LAIC last time. Anyone was playing Urshifu, Mimikyu, and Darkrai. Zydu's my goat on Chandelure. Absolutely love that. This was Draken's only other big Crustle tournament other than Worlds, which was kind of fun. And yeah, it just kind of goes on to each of their performances. EUIC 2nd place, NEIC 3rd place, and then Worlds 1st place. It's a lot of prize money
Let's
for those
go.
folks. They were crushing it out there.
Hey, well
They are
deserved.
so good.
Yeah, and then my
They
favorite graphic, the like climbing the mountain graphic. That thing's so
Oh my
cool.
god.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I love
Yo,
that.
This is
it's
sick.
so good.
Yeah, I'd have a poster of that
It's
in
amazing.
the house if I was them. But anyway, anyway, you
Right?
mentioned Peru earlier, and that got me thinking
Fun.
about them. So yeah, sorry, that was
Basically, yeah.
them. But yeah, and then
Really, really love them.
and then the only two other like big Brazil teams, because there's a lot of Brazil teams that'll be at the event, of course, but like kind of the
Yeah.
big
Mhm.
names, we got like DreamMax and Force,
Correct.
right? Are the other two
Yeah.
like really big? Yeah, they're
Basically,
they're
yeah. So
strong.
for DreamHack, you got a couple. So you got those that Bow and Do Games who were
Mm-hmm.
also Aegis Flames.
Oh,
So
yeah,
those
that's
are
right.
the last. Yeah. So yes, basically you had Max, Antares, and Leozine on Aegis Flames, now on Tuesday, and the two remaining players from Aegis Flames now on DreamHack. Those are Bow and Do Games.
Cool.
So yeah, we got a very cool squad here for DreamHack.
Mm-hmm.
DreamHack once upon a time also had Mazo in their squad, so it's a couple of those like Rastamania kind of things, but you're totally right. Like Aegis Flames, Tuesday, DreamHack, and Force are definitely the teams. But again, although Aegis Flames coming into LAIC from the Brazilian teams is the team with the highest placement,
Mm-hmm.
their squad doesn't have a single player from Worlds. So
Okay.
it's something to keep in mind. And
Right.
that's kind of why I bumped them down on my power ranking.
Okay.
Still kind of believe the coach. I don't know if it's the same coach, but the staff, I believe the staff.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do somewhat good, but I don't feel like it's gonna be the same thing as we
Yeah.
saw at Worlds.
It's interesting. I'm so excited for Brazil. And if I'm remembering the league formats, look, I believe that it's 3 members from Brazil will automatically get into the league, and then one team has to qualify, right? Or yeah, they take like one team out of the Brazil Open qualifier, one team out of the LATAM North qualifier, one team out of the LATAM South qualifier, I believe. And then I think it's 3,
Yes.
2, and 2. Is that right? I'm actually forgetting. Either way, one of those big 4 teams is like not gonna be auto in the league and is gonna have to fight for their spot. And I can't think
Yeah.
of a better way to encourage teams to be like,
Oh,
look at
yeah.
us than at LAIC. So that'll be pretty
Exactly.
exciting. But okay, Bridget, how about you? What are you most excited for LAIC this year?
I'm obviously not attending, so I'm just excited for like the start of the season. I
Mhm.
feel like it's last year was a lot of fun to kind of see like this last year I feel like teams used it as like a trial run for like their rosters almost, but this time we have the confirmation of the ACL spots much earlier
Uh-huh.
than
yeah.
last year, and we have
Absolutely.
much more LAIC spots. We have 3 or ACL spots. We have 3.
Mhm.
So I am excited to see like the teams fight for that and who will like get to ACL because of it. So
The first ever actually exciting 3rd place match will be happening at a in-person
Yes.
tournament. This is gonna be
it
so
will
exciting.
be
Exactly.
streamed.
So
Will third place
good.
be streamed? It's not streamed at Worlds, but maybe this time.
I can confirm it will be streamed at LAIC.
Yes.
So meaningful. So good.
Yeah. I was watching Pokemon Go finals from like the watch party stage while simultaneously watching the 3rd place match for Pokemon Unite happening over on the B stage in front of me during that watch party at Worlds. It was pretty wild. But I am super excited for LAIC. Obviously, I've said it many, many times, even just during this podcast. There's a bunch of things to be excited for. I think this year has a different energy to the start of it. You know what I mean? Every time you kind of have these like slumps of the off season, and then people get really excited about playing, and you like, you get people kind of back in that competitive mindset. That is happening, but it feels like it's happening in kind of a whole nother gear than before. These leagues, I think, have kind of become a bit of a wake up call to a lot of these players, and I am pretty stoked. We're getting a lot of fun teams there. I was looking at the team sign-up sheet the other day. I saw a team with the fun name TTV. That's going to be pretty exciting. So I can't wait for that. And then 2, I actually kind of enjoy the meta right now. I actually think the meta game's pretty fun at the moment. We could get a few more attackers in there, but a lot of like central area and like jungle picks feel pretty exciting. Like feels like there's quite a bit of variety there. Hopefully these like balance patch changes help a little bit with the megas of it all. But we'll see. I think meta actually seems pretty exciting for this tournament. So that's gonna be cool too. Um but okay, should we just jump right into predictions? Should we start yapping about what we think is going to happen on the event? I think we should.
Ooh.
Um,
Just before you go,
Yeah.
you were mentioning there. I totally forgot what you just said, but
Yeah.
I know what I wanted to say,
Me
which
too.
is I'm also very excited about the 3 bands. First time that we're gonna have 3 bands.
Yeah.
Like that, so.
That'll be huge. That'll be so fun. I cannot wait. I was really happy to get to watch like a lot of the Spraggles like Groudon Gauntlet tournament that happened like last weekend.
Mhm.
If anybody hasn't, there's the YouTube VODs up on Spraggles channel. It's a really really fun event. Really international event. We had teams from India and APAC playing in that event as well, which was kind of exciting.
Crazy.
But like a lot of LATAM teams playing in that event, a lot of NA teams playing, some EU squads as well, burning the midnight oil to play in that event. So
Yeah.
it was a really good time, and I think got us a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the squads we'll be seeing. The team that won, Project Mbappe, looking like a real good team out of NA. I think people should be very excited for that team, and they were playing with a sub jungler. Now that sub was Kratos, and I think Kratos is very good. Not saying that just because he's in our chat, but I think he is fantastic. But anyway, this roster looks really, really strong. So definitely some great teams to be looking out for on the up and coming. But okay, great point about the bans. Speaking of bans, should maybe we start with that as our first prediction? What Pokemon do we think will be banned the most at LAIC 2025? It's 2025 still, right? It's not 2026?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's 6. It's 6. LAIC 2026.
What? But
It is
whatever.
because it's the new season.
I
Start
guess.
of the new season.
Okay,
I
sure.
don't
It
know.
is.
No, I think
Bro.
you're right. Like, I think that actually is how it's denoted. I don't like that.
I am certain
but
that
I
it
think
is.
but I think that is
I've
how it
read
is.
the scripts for the intros, bro.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, for this year's LAIC, what Pokemon do we think is going to be banned the most?
Is it just boring to start with the megas?
Hey, listen, if we aren't allowed to choose the same thing, I would 100% start with the Megas if you want to get a good ban in.
Well, there we go.
I don't think it's boring.
Charizard.
I mean, listen, we gotta put pen to paper here. We're also analysts as well as content, you know? We gotta come up with things we actually think. So, all right, where are you going? Charizard, Lucario. So who's gonna be your most banned?
Charizard.
Mega Charizard X. All right, Bridget.
I will go with Blissey.
Oh,
for
okay.
fun.
Okay.
Okay,
That's a good
fine.
choice. I think it should be the most banned in a world that I would create, but I don't know. We'll see. I am gonna go with Darkrai. Is gonna be my most banned, I think.
Very good. Very good.
Pokemon didn't receive any nerfs in this most recent patch, and while on solo queue it feels like it's not dominating as much. It's not the cool new hot thing anymore. It does feel like it's still picking up a ton of competitive bans, and like teams that are really good with Darkrai are too scary to even let play it. So I'm gonna put Darkrai my most banned. Mega Charizard X would probably be right there beside it if I was going to maybe Pokemon like Suicune, but Darkrai's my pick. Okay, let's do the next one. We'll stick with just common picks. So we're gonna go with pick rate. So most picked Pokemon, it has to pass the ban phase, and not be too good enough to make its way into the ban phase eventually. So Bridget, we'll start with you. What do you want for your most picked Pokemon of the tournament?
Oh, this is hard.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna go with an all-rounder.
Ooh, okay. My choice is also an all-rounder.
I know. I'm trying to think if I want to pick Blaziken or Buzzwole. I don't freaking know.
Blaziken's such a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, well,
And
now
you
I'm gonna pick
shouldn't-
Blaziken.
Okay, good choice, good choice, good choice. Okay, so do you have yours in mind already?
Yeah, I was thinking Blaziken, but I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna say Snorlax.
Oh, okay. Another
Nice,
great
that's
choice.
Smart.
Another great choice. So I was thinking Buzzwole. You picked Blaziken already, right?
I
Mm,
did.
I'm actually like, I don't think I do want to pick Buzzwole. I feel like with the Zacian nerfs, I'm worried they weren't good enough, and the Lucario's still there. I'm gonna go with another defender. I'm gonna pick Umbreon. I've seen
Ooh.
a
Okay.
lot of Umbreon play recently, which is
Wow,
interesting.
no Crustal respect.
It-
I was
exactly.
thinking Crystal too. I
Yeah,
was
I
thinking
mean,
about that as
Crystal's
well.
good. I think Crystal's win rate will be really high. We'll see
Win
about
rate.
play rate.
Mhm.
We'll see about play rate. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm Blissey might even make its way into enough games to up its play rate.
It's
You know what I mean?
possible.
I just
It's
don't know
very
what
possible
like.
too.
Is it gonna be? I was trying to decide which like support I think is gonna be like most threatening out of like Blissey,
Mhm.
Hoopa, even Comfey, even Clef. Like Clef has like a pretty high ban rate
Yeah.
sometimes. It just feels very
Mhm.
random.
And
Like
these
some
draining
people
kiss
It
buffs.
never want to touch. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
the
Hey, how
kicker.
are you? All right. Okay, so those are our bans. So and our pick rate Pokemon. So let's transition into our highest win rate Pokemon. Now, remind me, Bridget, I think we've said it has to have a floor of 5 games played, did we say?
Yeah, or 10 or
I
something.
think
I
the
don't
official
know.
I
stats, I
think
think we
10 is
use 10.
fair.
So I think
10,
let's
yeah.
do
Okay.
yeah, because you don't want the
Whatever you
one-off
want.
G-Tar. Yeah.
It's just you guys' podcast. You can
The
do whatever.
Zera, man. Mats is gonna skew it.
Dude, he just dominates. You know what?
Dude.
I said it. I said it before. Oh man, but you could lose with that thing.
You
know what?
could.
Okay,
But,
here's what we're doing.
but could he lose?
Espeon.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw
Okay.
Espeon into the win rate ring.
I
I
have.
think it's just so consistently strong. I think it
Hmm.
could be up there. So I'm putting Espeon in the mix. All right,
I
so
have a question for you. Are you going store power because of the buffs, or are you going Psyshock for that prediction, or you think it's gonna be pretty mixed?
I really like Store Power Feature Site in competitive play. I like both. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think both. I think the more fun one is the burst damage Psyshock or whatever. However, I think both are
Yum.
just extremely strong. And right now, like the only real long range damage is Inteleon. I think if you're playing Venusaur, you're just losing. So like mid range feels good right now.
Mhm.
So I want to say Espeon. And to answer your question, I think both. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like LAIC is gonna be pretty mixed.
Yeah, I feel like I am riding the wave of these buffs a little too hard, but that's where I'm at right now. So I'm sticking with it. Okay, so we'll get you to finish this category. So Bridget, how about you for win rate Pokemon?
I don't know. Frickin' Miraidon, I guess.
Okay, sure. Wow, 2 attackers in the
Mhm.
win rate category. What is this?
There's
That's
just not
crazy.
a lot of attackers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there is, but there isn't. I almost said Raichu, but
No, Miraidon's
whatever.
great though. It's been another grassroots Pokemon
Yeah.
that has been crushing over the offseason.
I think so.
Man, I already want to change my answer. Whatever. Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
I'm kind of curious, so you gotta tell us after I
oh
finish.
yeah.
Do you want to do it now? Do you want to say? it
Well, I
now?
just don't want to take it if it's yours. I'd be shocked, but maybe who knows. I was just gonna say Urshifu actually, maybe.
Okay.
Is doing
I
really
was
well,
gonna say
but
like
I'm
the
sticking
running
with
back
mine.
from last
I'm
year.
sticking with
Okay,
Espeon.
Stick with Espeon. I was actually thinking like riding the wave of the last year
Yeah?
plus the buffs for Mimikyu, but I don't really believe in it.
Yeah.
So like, unfortunately, I really don't believe in it. I think Miraidon is a great choice. I always feel like Blaziken is just such a very like steady Pokemon, but it never really gets the highest of the win rates, although I feel like it should.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You're looking at it, you're
um,
like, this should be winning. I don't understand.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like overheat, secure, but
Yeah.
it's a whole different thing. We got Groudon. You can just get your buff back from your enemies. So
True.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna ride the Peru wave. I'm gonna ride the Direction wave. I'm gonna go for Crustle.
Crustle.
Yeah.
The big crust. I like that a lot, actually. That's so fun. Okay, so we got our Pokemon predictions. Let's get some fun team ones going right now. We know of a few teams that are showing up. Obviously, we got Peru returning world champions. Their in-region rival Yatagarasu is like on the ticket to be at that event. It's like some really solid LATAM North teams. I think the Santos Laguna squad is like a little bit split up into multiple play teams, if I remember correctly, so it might be hard to predict one of those teams. But some great NA teams are making their way down there. I know Project Mbappe is attempting to get there. TTV is going to be there. Nemesis is going to be there. So yeah, and then all the Brazil squads we already talked about. So there's a decent amount of options out there for picking for a team winner. So if you want to start.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Santos Laguna only has one player that's not from last season.
Oh, sweet.
4 players are remaining in the roster. So Gakira, Hitman, Anisus, and Minato. And then we have Mufasa. Mufasa was from another.
Right, yeah, he was on the CSEM or whatever, right? So.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sweet.
So yeah. Oh, I should color him on my thing. Yeah. Anyways,
maybe I should. I might pick that team. He's just crazy. I love watching that kid play.
Yeah. So we're doing champion.
Yeah,
prediction?
let's just do. Yeah, just do like champion prediction.
Champion.
Doing a full ACL prediction might be hard. But I think let's just pick. Who do we think?
Sleepy, please.
Full, yeah,
just
full,
sleepy. That's
yeah,
fine.
full
I'm
just
sorry.
champion vouch.
Champion. Oh man, I gotta be so boring. I'm so riding on Peru right now.
Peru.
I'm just riding on Peru, man.
A world championship title into an
proud.
international title would be so cool. So
Very
I
cool.
don't think anybody can get upset at you for that. All right, how about you, Bridget?
This is tough. I think I will go with the Spraggles Gauntlet winner.
Project
Pick
Mbappe.
Project Mbappe. which is
Mbappe.
a very funny
They're
name.
such a fun team. For anybody who's not aware of that team, you got Celeste playing on that squad as like kind of like team captain. Then you got Curios from everything. You got Roland. I think one of the strongest supports
Love
worldwide
Roland.
for years now. Has been so good.
Yeah.
Very flexible player. And then you got the young guns of NA. You got Chris Smith and Ducky on that team, who are
Literally the youth.
right. If you've been playing in any grassroots event, who like have been playing against kids who are not old enough to play in UCS, you've been playing against Ducky and Chris Smith for years.
They've
You
been
just hope
beating you.
you just hoped the tournament went long enough that their curfew hit and they weren't allowed to play video games anymore, so then you could take them down. That's what you were hoping for. So, yeah, I think Project Mbappe is a great choice. I am going to choose. I'm going to be the only person to pick a Brazil team to win local. I'm going Force team. That
Force?
trio
Okay.
of Lau, Celto, and Fob. I think they are so
and
good.
Donjozin as well.
Yeah, I just think they're due a win, in my opinion. Like they've come close a couple times. They've just done very well at some tournaments. I don't know. It feels like they're just due a big win, and so I'm hoping this is the one.
I'm hoping in as well.
We said
I'm
a few
hoping
times it's late, so that's where
I mean,
my pick's gonna be. Okay.
I have to say, the games we casted of Brazil winning and getting 2Z to grand finals last year for LAIC was, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was hype. That was hype. I mean,
That was
hometown
hype.
crowd is a relevant factor. We've seen it in
Yeah.
multiple
Oh,
yes.
events. LAIC is one. NAIC in Columbus is another. Like, there are moments where the crowd is an impactful force on what happens in the
yeah.
match. So, hopefully, we'll
I
see.
gotta give me some dreams that maybe me casting the game is also something. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but every game I
Sure.
casted of Aegis Flames and Worlds, they won.
Wow. Okay.
Or the good luck charm.
I totally agree with you. You are playing with fire. The caster curse and blessing is such a thinly veiled line. Like
It
you
is.
will fall onto one or the other so quickly. So you're playing with fire right now. So just be careful. But all right, I think that is going to bring us to the end of today's episode. We get to talk about a whole lot of things on today's episode. So thank you so much for joining us. If you made it to this point in the video, please let us know down below. What are you feeling about these changes? I know we had a few of us in the Twitch chat and stuff, but go over to the YouTube, check us out in the comments, and let us know how you feeling about these licensed journey shenanigans. Before we get out of here, though, Soph, anything you want to plug, sell out, shout out, anything like that?
Yeah, plug in my Instagram, TikTok, sometimes my Twitch, very, very occasionally. At SurfChan Casts, also Twitter. I also sometimes I'm there.
Yeah.
But most of the content, Instagram and TikTok nowadays, which is fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been doing not just the casting stuff, but if you are into music, I also do K-pop stuff and music
Yeah.
covers, and yeah, really fun.
Yeah, the K-pop dance videos have been stellar content. So please, like, people go check it out. So it's making
Really?
some
I
some
really
sweet
liked the
stuff
one
over
I
there.
did today.
I haven't seen it today. Okay, I gotta go look it up.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
no, I haven't posted it yet. I just had the dance class today. It
Oh,
was
okay. Well, that
fun.
makes sense.
Nice.
Okay, Bridget, how about you? Anything to shout out?
I am gonna be helping cast the Unite Academy League. I
Sweet.
am there usually every Saturday on Unite underscore League, I think, or Unite underscore Academy, on Twitch, and then I think I'm helping with the World Cup thing on Gatlu's channel that they do for all the European countries. The semifinals are on Saturday, so I think I'm doing that during the day, and then the finals are on Friday on Gatlu's channel on
Okay.
Twitch.
Sweet. A lot of fun casting events. Cool. I don't have too much to plug. It's gonna be kind of a busy weekend for me. Like a little bit of traveling before LAIC, and then I'm hitting LAIC, so I'm gonna be moving and grooving. You won't see too much of me, but potentially might be a bit of a project. I want to just give a shout out to a good friend of mine who also works on Unite Academy. Zero In on Alex does have a really cool podcast
Yeah!
as well. He revived it. The Zero In on Unite podcast has come back
So
with some
back.
really cool guests, like just top players in the game, talking about their role specifically. Kratos was in chat earlier tonight on our episode, was featured on that episode. So go check it out. Another project, it kind of aligned with Unite Academy, I guess. So really cool projects going on over there. So go check that out. And who knows, maybe I'll end up on one of those episodes. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe in person? Ah, we'll see. Okay. Anyway,
Let's go.
that's gonna be everything. Everybody, just tune into LASC. Oh, actually, that's what I should say. Tomorrow, if you're watching this live recording, I am gonna be on the like preview show that we do for all the ICs with all other Pokemon titles. I'll be representing Pokemon Unite. I got the chance to interview Ender. There's a really cool interview that's gonna be a part of that episode.
Cute.
So check that
Love
out
that.
if nothing else. And then I've also made all the games do prediction games for all of our titles. So I am making everybody else make Unite predictions, and I think that's going to be so fun. So tune into that episode.
Well,
Okay.
let's go. What time will it be?
I don't know.
I think it's 4
nuts, come on.
p.m. EST.
4 p.m.
On the Pokemon
EST. Yeah,
channel.
that would make sense. So 1 p.m. Pacific. I think that's
Let's
the
go.
math. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. When we come back, next episode will be our post LAIC show because that's how these things work. Everybody enjoy LAIC and the start of ACL. Holy moly, competitive is back. Let's go. All right. Bye-bye.